Hey guys, so I thought I would do this video. So this is the one I promised yesterday. So this is basically a haul video. It's all for one platform. It's a platform that I've been looking to pick up for quite a while, but I have been very specific about what I want. It had to be this particular model. I'm really happy that we finally got it in our collection. So yeah, I also managed to pick up a few additions and extras to go with it, mainly from the same place, one from not, but I will tell you. So what I managed to pick up is this. So this is the Pokemon Pikachu N64 that I think was specifically for like Pokemon Stadium personally, and like maybe Pokemon Snap. It advertises Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Stadium on the back. As far as I'm aware, in the UK they made two different types. So they made this type where Pikachu's foot is the reset button and the power button is a Pokeball. And they also made a Pokemon Stadium Pacific one that was blue and it had Pokemon Stadium written on it. So personally, out of those two, I really wanted the Pikachu one. So that's why we waited, and I was like, if I'm going to pay for it, I want to pay for it and I want it to be boxed. I'll pay the additional for it to be boxed. So when we found it at one of our independent game stores that we shop in, we asked him to save it for us, including a few extras that I'll show you in a moment, and he did. So that was awesome. So I'm really happy that we managed to basically pick this up. Personally, I never had an N64 when I was a kid. It was just that I went straight from the Nintendo Game Boy Color, which I had for so many years and was taught to like respect it and look after it, to my PlayStation 2, like the bulky thick edition one, kind of like when it just came out. So yeah, that's the only reason. It was just one of those things. Consoles when you're a kid are few and far between. When you're an adult, you can save up and buy more, just anything that you like in general. So the other things that I managed to get was this. So this is Pokemon Stadium. So this is obviously, as you can see, boxed. It is a very nice boxed edition. I will say it's got like a little mark on that side, unfortunately, and a little mark there. But for someone like me who actually wants to play this, because I've never played it before, yeah, I'm quite excited about that. It doesn't really bother me. This is complete, I believe. Let me just, yeah. So this one is complete. It does have the instructions in as well. So that's a really nice touch too. Obviously, this way you can plug in the Game Boy adapter, so you can actually play Game Boy games on the N64, I believe. Also, you can then plug Pokemon in, play it with Pokemon Stadium, and you can get Surfing Pikachu, and there's a mini game for a Flying Pikachu, I believe, as well. So we got that. So we also managed to pick up this. So again, I've never played this. I've seen people play it, but personally never played it. So this is Pokemon Snap 64. Does actually say like 64 there. So this is not complete. This actually doesn't have the instructions with it. Personally, I'm not bothered about that. We can pick that up off of online, on eBay, Amazon, something like that, and I'm not too fussed. This is a really nice copy. He's put it in like a protective case just because he said it was like such a nice copy. He was like, if it was a full like boxed edition one, if you know what I mean, with everything in, like fully complete, he was like, it'd actually be worth quite a lot. So I can't get into it, so I'll show you that in a moment. And then from him as well, we managed to get this. So this is Donkey Kong 64. The reason mainly for buying this was that the console itself doesn't come with the expansion pack, and there are some games that you have to have the expansion pack to have, specific Zelda games like Majora's Mask. Also, there are other games like Perfect Dark that will say for your optimal play, it'd be better basically with the expansion pack. So this game specifically, because it requires the expansion pack, it actually comes with it. So it was more cost effective for us to buy this, which a game I wanted anyway, because again, I've never played it. I played all the Donkey Kong games on the Game Boy, and I've recently played them on the SNES and stuff like that, because again, I didn't have a SNES growing up, so that kind of thing. So it was more cost effective to grab this game and get the expansion pack with it than to get it separately. So the last bit that I actually managed to get, I actually got this one from CX, and that is because I saw it and it was actually pretty cheap. It was ridiculously cheap actually. So this cost me £12, and it is Lilac Wars, the big box edition. So this is not complete again. This does have the Rumble Pack and it does have the game in it. It just doesn't have the instructions in it, but I can get those again cheaply. It's fine. We think they kind of made a mistake with the price, to be quite honest, because when I got home I spoke to my partner and I was like, oh, I bought this because I know we've never played it, so cost 12 quid. And actually he noticed on the label that I've already taken off, actually it stated N/O Rumble Pack. So he was like, oh, it's 12 quid then because it didn't have the Rumble Pack with it. And I was like, no, it has the Rumble Pack in it. I checked it in the box, and he was like, oh, it says no Rumble Pack. So we think perhaps someone's priced it up wrong, which is quite normal for CEX. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people in there now who work in there that have never touched one of these old consoles before, so they don't really know what they're doing. I asked for a Game Gear game once and someone looked at me. He looked at me like I was like speaking foreign language. I was like, I'll point to it. So yeah, so this is awesome for 12 quid. As I said, it's not complete, but it does have, which personally is like something that I quite like, but I think that's just showing my age. So it has the little cardboard bit. I quite like that. That's what the Game Boy games have, and that's the one that I would quite like to complete, is my Game Boy Color game collection, as well as maybe my DS collection. But yeah, so yeah, it does have those bits in it, as you can see. It has the little Rumble Pack, which I didn't actually check, which looks like it has new batteries in because they've tested it. So yeah, it's also got, let's see, the game in it, which is a UK PAL edition. It's obviously Star Fox. It was just called Lilac Wars, to be distributed in the UK originally, because there was another game apparently that was relatively similar name, so they couldn't use that for a while. So this one, so again, the box is really good condition. I actually saw a YouTuber that is quite a famous YouTuber the other day, and they were like, you can touch up these boxes, it's really easy. And he literally got like Sharpies out and was just like, just Sharpie them in, just dab it and then it won't go. And I was just horrified. Personally, I don't believe in restoring boxes in that sense. I have no problem if someone wants to flatten a box out and iron it, as long as they protect it and then refigure it. That I haven't got an issue with. But when someone literally gets a Sharpie out, and he was like Sharpieing stuff like that and redoing it, that's when I've got an issue, because you're devaluing the box and then wondering why other things are, like, they're going up in price because people are doing that. So again, this has sugar. This has everything with it. So it comes with a little cardboard cutout. It has the Game Boy adapter, has the cart, which is in very good condition actually, considering I don't know if any, most of these games were bought and played by children, which is one of those things. It's nice to see that it is in good condition. So it has the guide as well, and just having a little flick through, it is in actually very good nick, and I'm surprised. Again, these were normally mullered. I have got 2 random stickers on the front that shouldn't be there, but having a quick flick through, like really quick, it's quite nice that I don't think there is any writing. But when they're like, I don't think I ever did it as a kid, but I had friends that would like just write in it, like, oh, write notes and stuff, so that's quite nice. So now I have to try and unbox these, and I'm terrible with these, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I've got one, I've done it. So, right off the bat, this is a really nice quality one. As you can see, it is actually not dog-eared, which is incredibly surprising. It does have a Virtual Games sticker on the back over the barcode, so it obviously was traded in at some point and then rebought at another point. Personally, doesn't really bother me. I know some people, there's 2 types of people, or 3 types of people that I'm not really bothered. The people that are really bothered and would actually take this off, like use a hairdryer to take it off, or use like special like adhesive stuff to take it off. And then there's people that actually apparently like to collect them with the stickers on, because it shows a bit of history and stuff like that, so each their own. So I do actually have Diddy Kong Racing, which I picked up at a boot sale for like a £5, which is boxed. That's under my bed somewhere. I just couldn't resist. So as I said, this is like 100% complete. So this actually has the little booklet and the booklet about that. Again, these are incredibly nicely like looked after, which I do. I personally, I appreciate. I said, like, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I love a good like guide and strategy book. So obviously it's got the little cardboard, which again I love. You've got the game cart, which is again very nicely looked after. Nothing has been restored on that. It is very, very nice to see that. You get the expansion pack, which is always the little red top thing. If you don't know what they look like, if you open your console, if it's got a red top, it's got the expansion pack. And then you've actually got this little adapter in here, which is one thing that always used to get lost, and then people used to use like a flat head knife to get it out. This is the little attachment that you can use to get this out and to get the pack out that's in there at the moment. As I said, people used to lose those massively when I was a kid, and then they would have to like use a flathead knife to get it out. It was ridiculous, but needs must. And we put that over there. So then we have this one. So this box is like, oh, there we go. Come on. Oh, this box is like, the one that he's put this in is like sturdy as. He's literally must have just like, he's not used this before. There we go. So yeah, I can definitely see what he's saying. The box is like immaculate. Yeah, the box is so good. It's really lovely to like see. So I love it. It's not dog-eared at all, which is really nice. It's got the insert again. As I said, there is no instructions with this one, unfortunately, but the game cart is again in very nice condition. Again, I'm quite surprised considering this game was normally bought by and played by a child, but yeah, it's actually in incredibly nice condition. This is the PAL version, and so is everything, in case you're unsure. So the last actual thing that I have to unbox is this, which I'm super excited at. I know I don't sometimes show it, but yeah, I'm massively excited at. So this plastic, he said it obviously isn't subject to the console, but he said it was on there when the guy traded it in, so he was like, I might as well keep it on it. So personally, there's like a little bit of dirt on the box, like just dirt. So as you can see, like on Pikachu there. So I will wipe that and just get that off, so it's just a little bit more clean, but that's just my preference. That's the main side of things that I really do to these kind of boxes. But yeah, it's actually in incredibly good condition. Some of the corners are dogged. It's one of those things. It's probably been in transport quite a lot, as you can see. But other than that, it is actually incredibly good condition. So to the person that stored this, I give them credit, because it's bloody hard to store one of these consoles sometimes. We do have this. So this is the instruction manuals, which I really love. It looks like it's got, let's have a look. So you've got that, which is like a game club thing, another free post game club thing. Oh, I love these, because these are what we used to get with the Game Boy whenever I bought a Game Boy game. Yes, it's got Game Boy stuff on the back. So we used to get these leaflets whenever you bought a game, and it basically showcased your either up and coming or your big title games to try and get you to buy more games, basically. So this one's got like Banjo-Kazooie on it, Mario 64, Diddy Kong Racing on this side, so it's showcasing the N64. And then on this side it's actually showcasing Game Boy games. So this is massively trying to push the Game Boy camera, which is, yeah, it was so pushed, and I remember people like buying it and the printer and all that jazz. It's got stuff like Bomberman, Pocket Bomberman, which I personally had and I loved that game. Wario Land 2, Wario Land 3, A Link's Awakening, sorry, Zelda, and stuff like that. As you can see actually on the, if I throw it away, on the N64 version, it does also showcase all the different controllers at the time that you could buy in different colours. It was any way of like getting you to buy something else, which is one of those things. But I absolutely adore these, because it's something you don't get anymore, and it's, I think they're lovely. But yeah, and obviously you've got the strategy guide with it, so I'll put them down. So this is what the console looks like itself. The actual insert is in very good condition. There is a tiny bit missing there, as you can see, but that's about it. Any sharp eyes that looked in the box just then will think that I'm missing this cable, but I'm not. I bought the upgraded version so that it would basically be these ports, which means it's easier for me to play instead of trying to configure it to my modern TV. I know these consoles are best played on a vintage TV, but we're actually in current looking for a decent vintage TV that we can actually play all my vintage consoles on, such as the SNES, so I can play the light gun and stuff. Just one of those things. So if I get the console out, first of all, as you can see, this is the console. It is in very, very good nick. Still got the Nintendo manufacturer and service number on the back, so the sticker hasn't been pulled off. That's lovely. It's incredibly, incredibly good condition. I might personally just give it a quick wipe over, but that's just my preference. Yeah, Pikachu is in perfect colour. I mean, his nose has got a little bit of like wear and tear, but other than that, yeah, it's immaculate. The stickers on the bottom are perfect. It's got the two little pads. Yeah, it's actually really good. So what I was saying before was, if you take this off, it's got this one in, so you can actually remove this. It's just like an extra bit, so you can remove that, and then obviously we'll put the expansion pack in there. That's what the consoles originally came with, not just this one, all the different varieties. But yeah, so put that back on, and I am really, really happy with that. It's so cute. It's the one I really wanted. So obviously it's got this giant monstrosity of an attachment that plugs into the back. I give it credit, it's not actually as big as like my Xbox One like power bank. That is massive. ridiculously. But yeah, so you've got this is what plugs into the back and plugs into the wall to give it power. And then the last bit is this. So obviously this is the controller that comes with it. The wording is really nice, it's really sharply coloured still. The wire itself hasn't been mullered, which is really nice, and the actual stick itself here is actually quite sturdy, so it's not been mullered again, which is good. If you don't know, in the back here is where the adapters go, so the rumble pack or the adapter for the Game Boy cartridge attachment. But yeah, so I'm really happy with this. This is a console that I've been looking for a very long time. I only wanted to pay for it if it was in this kind of condition. I thought if I was going to buy it and store it personally, then this is what I wanted. Also, for when my sons are grown up, then I kind of want them to start off with these kind of consoles, so they appreciate like just okay, but the stuff that we get nowadays, it's so good that I think we've forgotten how like good we've got it with consoles compared to what we had back then, with like the square graphics and there was like no face move. I played Nitro Rider like 98 or something like that, and it was literally just like square faces, no eyes, no freaking nothing. It's just like a black man with like a face, and he had an afro, and then there was like a white girl, and she had like, it was almost like Claire Redfield like hair attachment, and they were partners, and it was ridiculous the type of graphics we played with, and we were like in awe about compared to now. So this console is amazing, and it's going to be loved so much. I can't wait to attach it to my TV and give it a proper go and sit and play Pokemon Stadium or even Pokemon Snap. As I said, I've never played any of these games, and it's actually going to be quite interesting to see what they're like. Ooh, apologies. I know in the new Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, they are apparently going to pay homage to the Pokemon Stadium game, where you can only get a Surfing Pikachu through that, but not sure how, but that's what I've heard. So but let me know in the comments down below what you think. Don't forget to like if you like this video and subscribe for more videos like this one. I do try and put content up at least each week, a couple of videos a week, so don't miss those, and I will see you guys next time. So